In the wild, their paths would never cross. But here, we can ask the question, what would happen if a Kodiak bear, a true titan of the Alaskan wilderness, came face to face with the planet's most feared hunters? Out in nature, strength isn't a luxury, it's the currency of survival. And today, we're exploring the ultimate embodiment of that brutal truth. We're going to break down these colossal clashes by looking at the raw data, the strength, the weapons, and the fighting styles of these apex predators. By the end, we'll get a clear picture of who would truly dominate. Forget what you think you know. It's time to look at the tail of the tape. Let's meet our primary contender. The Kodiak bear, Ursus arctos middendorfi, is a monument of fur and muscle. Living only on the islands of Alaska's Kodiak archipelago, this brown bear subspecies has been shaped by thousands of years of isolation and abundance. A rich, seasonal diet of salmon has allowed it to become one of the largest land carnivores on Earth, rivaled only by the polar bear. Let's break down the stats. A large male Kodiak can tip the scales anywhere between 600 and a staggering 1,500 pounds, with most seasoned males averaging 1,050 to 1,200 pounds. When it stands on its hind legs, it can tower over 10 feet tall, though most large males are in the 8 to 10 foot range. Its sheer bulk is a weapon in itself, but the power isn't just in its size. The Kodiak has a crushing bite force, with some estimates putting it around 1,200 pounds per square inch, or PSI. To put that in perspective, that's strong enough to crush thick bone with ease. Its forelimbs are engines of pure destruction, able to deliver a paw swipe with enough force to shatter the spine of its prey. These paws are armed with claws that can grow up to 4 inches long, not just for digging, but for defense and asserting dominance. This bear is a solitary giant and usually avoids fights it doesn't need to. But when it's threatened, it uses its immense size to intimidate, standing tall to create an overwhelming silhouette. This isn't just a bear, it's a walking fortress, a freight train with fur, built for raw power and endurance. Now, let's see how this titan stacks up against its legendary rivals. First up, it's a battle of cousins, the Kodiak versus the Grizzly. Both are brown bears, but they're products of very different worlds. Let's look at the tail of the tape. The Grizzly, an icon of the North American wilderness, is a formidable predator. A large male can weigh up to 900 pounds, but that's still hundreds of pounds lighter than a big Kodiak. The Grizzly is known for its explosive aggression, a trait forged in places where food is scarcer and threats, like wolf packs, are more common. This has made the Grizzly arguably more agile and quicker to attack. So, what happens when these two collide? The Grizzly's ferocity would make it a fierce opponent. It's a hardened survivor, used to fighting for every meal. It would likely charge, trying to use its speed to its advantage. But in a head-on clash, the laws of physics are unforgiving. The Kodiak's massive size advantage translates directly into overwhelming power. While there's no evidence its hide or bones are denser, its greater overall mass provides a significant defensive buffer. A single swipe from the Kodiak carries far more force, and its heavier body would allow it to overpower and pin its smaller cousin. While the Grizzly brings unmatched ferocity, the Kodiak brings overwhelming force. In most scenarios, the sheer physical dominance of the Kodiak would be the deciding factor. The Grizzly would put up a legendary fight, but this is a battle of weight classes it likely can't win. The winner, through pure brute strength, is the Kodiak bear. Now for a true clash of styles. What happens if our titan bear faces the ghost of the tiger, the Siberian tiger? Let's meet the challenger. The Siberian tiger is the world's largest cat, a master of stealth and ambush. Weighing up to 660 pounds in exceptional cases, most males are in the 400 to 600 pound range. Its primary weapons are speed, silence, and surprise. A tiger can burst from cover at speeds of 30 to 40 miles per hour, using its striped coat to stay hidden until the last second. Its retractable claws are like surgical blades, and its killing method is precise. A powerful bite to the neck, aimed to sever the spinal cord. The fight begins. For the tiger, this battle is all about the first move. Its entire strategy is built on the ambush. It would stalk the bear, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce from the shadows and target the neck. But this is where the Kodiak's defenses are a game changer. The bear's thick layers of fur, fat, and dense muscle around its neck and shoulders act as natural armor, making a clean, fatal bite incredibly difficult. If the tiger's initial ambush fails and against a creature of this size, it very well might the fight shift dramatically. Without the element of surprise, the contest becomes raw power versus agility. The tiger is faster and more athletic, but the Kodiak is a walking bastion of strength that can be nearly double the tiger's weight. Once engaged, the bear can rear up on its hind legs, a posture that lets it bring its full weight and the crushing force of its paws down on an opponent. A single, well-placed swipe from the Kodiak could cripple the tiger. The tiger's stamina is also built for short, explosive bursts, not a prolonged brawl with a larger, more durable animal. While the tiger's agility makes it a deadly threat, its success hinges on that initial ambush. In a direct confrontation, the Kodiak's overwhelming size and brute force would almost certainly prove decisive. The bear would absorb the first attack and turn the fight into a maul, where its strength would inevitably prevail. The winner is the Kodiak bear. Now, it's time for the main event, a fight that has been debated for ages. What happens when the king of the Alaskan islands meets the undisputed emperor of the Arctic ice? Let's meet our final contender. The polar bear is the one land carnivore that consistently rivals, and sometimes even exceeds, the Kodiak in size. The largest polar bear ever recorded was over 2,200 pounds, but this is extremely rare. Most males weigh between 900 and 1,500 pounds, putting them squarely in the Kodiak's weight class. But this bear is a specialist. It's classified as a marine mammal, perfectly adapted for a life on the ice. Its paws are broad and rough for traction, and it's a powerful swimmer. Unlike the omnivorous Kodiak, the polar bear is a hypercarnivore, living on a diet of fat-rich seals. This has made it a patient and calculating hunter. While Kodiaks are powerful, polar bears are often described as more aggressive, especially when competing for mates or food. Let's set the stage. This wouldn't be a quick fight. It would be a brutal, drawn-out war between two evenly matched giants. The Kodiak is bulkier, with a more robust build. Its claws are longer and more curved, better suited for slashing and fighting on solid ground. The polar bear, however, has a more streamlined build for swimming and a longer neck for reaching into breathing holes in the ice. Its stamina in the cold is legendary, but it tends to overheat more quickly on land compared to a brown bear. The outcome of this fight could really depend on the terrain. On solid, forested ground, the Kodiak's grounded stance and powerful build might give it a slight edge. It could use its superior leverage to maul and overpower its northern cousin, but on ice, the polar bear's adaptations would shine. Its specialized paws would give it better footing, and its experience fighting on unstable surfaces could be a major advantage. Polar bears are known for their relentless aggression and would not back down. This battle is the closest we'll get to a true stalemate. Both bears possess bone-shattering power and incredible durability. Some analyzers give the edge to the Kodiak's more robust build and land-based fighting adaptations. Others point to the polar bear's potentially larger average size and aggressive nature. It would be a fight for the ages, with both titans likely inflicting terrible wounds. But if forced to declare a winner on neutral ground, the slight advantage may go to the Kodiak. Its stockier build is designed for terrestrial combat, giving it the narrowest of victories in a head-to-head brawl. From the rugged mountains of North America to the frozen plains of the Arctic, we've seen how the Kodiak bear measures up against the planet's most formidable predators. Its combination of immense size, bone-crushing strength, and incredible durability makes it a true force of nature. While agile hunters and specialized giants present unique challenges, the Kodiak's raw power proves to be the ultimate trump card in a head-to-head fight. It stands as a testament to the power of adaptation, a true king of its island domain. What do you think? Did we get it right? Let us know in the comments which epic showdown you want to see next. If you enjoyed this Clash of Titans, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the world's deadliest creatures. Thanks for watching.